SpongeBob has been on for a long time, meaning there's been a ton of special episodes. Not every single special is memorable. In fact, the few I'll be talking about today are ones that just about everyone forgot existed since they were so pointless. With all that being said, let's get on to the Forgotten SpongeBob specials. Okay, be completely serious. Do any of you remember SpongeBob's Last Stand in detail? If you're like most people, you're probably having a hard time figuring out what it was. Here's the synopsis if you don't know. SpongeBob and Patrick learn the Shelly Superhighway is coming to Bikini Bottom, right through Jellyfish Fields. They must find a way to galvanize their neighbors, or it could be the end for Jellyfish Fields forever. Now, before this episode came out, there were tons of promos airing on Nickelodeon that hyped it up so much. They were saying how things in the show would be changed forever if this superhighway was built through Jellyfish Fields.
Superhighway? Do you know what that means? Or Jellyfish Field! Sorry.
He'll fight for truth.
It's working, Patrick. They're pulling the highway.
Justice.
I have not given up. Stop the madness!
I remember these promos constantly airing on Nickelodeon, and as a younger kid in 2010, I was at the very least intrigued. But then the episode aired, and I just left it wondering why I wasted a half hour of my life on that trash. Well, it wasn't completely garbage like a lot of the other episodes in season 6 to 8, but it was so meh. As you can probably expect if you know SpongeBob, the highway wasn't built and the status quo remains the same because that's how the show works. Everything in the episode seemed to be hyped up to be one of the biggest storylines of the entire show, but it just felt like a normal episode that didn't really need to be 22 minutes long. When you go back and think of old specials, chances are that SpongeBob's Last Stand is one you look over. Who knows, maybe it was Nickelodeon's fault for getting fans so excited to watch this, only to result in disappointment. It probably wouldn't have been as bad if it was the normal 11 minutes, but oh well. This isn't something I plan on rewatching anytime soon. Next up, let's talk about a season 5 episode called Whatever Happened to SpongeBob. This suffered some very similar problems to SpongeBob's Last Stand, so I don't want to repeat myself too much. It was pretty hyped up, and then not much actually happened in the episode, and yay, the end came, it was the best part. The synopsis is that SpongeBob gets amnesia and goes missing. Even though the execution of that idea was bad, something like it could have worked. Unfortunately, the 22-minute time slot really stretched out the amnesia stuff and it felt pretty slow. Honestly, there isn't a whole lot I can say about this one, other than it's just forgettable and I never think about it if I'm thinking about SpongeBob specials. I know there are some people that like Whatever Happened to SpongeBob and that's okay too, but personally, it's just one of those episodes that I constantly forget existed.
Will this new mayor ever remember his old life?
I probably remember an underwater talking weasel.
Find out in the brand new special, Who Bob What Pants, tonight at 8.
Clash of Triton is an extremely forgettable SpongeBob special. Like, did this episode actually exist? Yes, sadly. I rewatched this very recently because I don't remember watching it too often around the time when it actually came out, and I completely regret that decision. In this episode, King Neptune will not celebrate his birthday until SpongeBob and Patrick find his son, Triton. One of the really dumb things about this special is introducing Neptune's son, who never really played a role in the show previously. He shows up out of nowhere for the sake of showing up as a new storyline, when we really could have had a better special mainly focusing on King Neptune himself. Although the big reason why the special goes as forgettable in my book is how anticlimactic it is. I mean, based on the title, you'd assume there's gonna be an epic clash between Triton and Bikini Bottom. Maybe SpongeBob would have to fight him in an awesome duel with lots of action? But nope, there's almost no battles taking place despite how well it would fit in with the story. There are definitely some scenes towards the end of the special that almost escalate into fighting, but nothing is too major. Oh yeah, and what made it even worse is the fact that the promos literally misled the viewers by telling them it was gonna be an epic clash between SpongeBob and Triton.
Monday, it's SpongeBob
I know how to use these.
versus Triton
Nothing can stop me.
in an epic battle for Bikini Bottom.
The Krusty Krab!
It's the SpongeBob special that will go down in history.
I have the capability.
I think we all learned today that these promos can really ruin episodes, so it looks like you should just avoid them altogether. But yeah, Clash of Triton was boring, anticlimactic, and there are so many other good SpongeBob specials worth spending your valued time on. But anyway, that's all for this video. Subscribe for more awesome cartoon videos. Give it a thumbs up and comment below to let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I never want to watch Clash of Triton again.